Hello. Everybody hear me all right? I am Greg Payton from SolidCAM. Now, I say that as an inside joke because you might be hearing a lot of that if you watch the Titans of CNC Swiss Academy. But today I'm here to talk about partners and what we're doing with these partnerships globally, how we can identify new partners, and how we can continue to grow with these partners. So one of the things that we want to do as we're creating these partnerships is look for these opportunities to build existing relationships out. We have some great examples, and I'll mention one coming up, where word of mouth from one partner was able to get us in the door of other partners in that region. So if we're working with existing machine tool builders, they can suggest other partners that are synergistic with the energy or with the industry. So things like a relationship with Tornos could get us in the door with the representatives from ISCAR. It could get us in the door with representatives from cutting fluid manufacturers like Blazer or Fuchs. And then we can also work with existing customers to have them recommend to their suppliers using SolidCAM and build out relationships that way. So as we're working with direct partnerships and building out with companies that are machine tool builders like Citizen, Star, DMG Mori, those are the obvious ones that we want to go after. And those are the ones that we really want to push because they can have the most impact on our industry. And then from there, we're looking at building out other supplemental industries, tooling companies like Kennametal, ISCAR, Goering, Hoffman Group, all those great companies that can recommend tooling solutions to their customers and the use of SolidCAM to really push those tools and machines to the next level. We're also looking at indirect partners, maybe somebody that's not directly using our software, but we can pull from their solutions and build out better solutions for our own software. We see that with tool measurement companies like Zoller, or a new relationship that we just built with Omega TMM. So at the IMTS exhibition, we actually had one of these Omega units in our booth, and it was fantastic because it also highlighted a relationship with an existing partner we have in RegoFix. So you see a complete industry solution come together, the tool holding from RegoFix, the tool setting from Omega TMM, and being able to bring that information into the machine. In the case of the IMTS exhibition, this was a Herco machine, but we have a complete solution package all in one partnership. So other ways that we can look at getting new partners that are indirect would be in quality assurance. Companies like Mitutoyo for measuring parts, we can partner with those companies. Abrasive processing, maybe you have a plater doing finishing work on your parts, an anodizer. Anybody that is indirectly related to the industry can become partners with SolidCAM. So what are we going to do to recruit these new partners? Well, the first thing that we want to do is we want to identify. Let's start prioritizing these partners that we want to bring in and help build out this SolidCAM family. Now, we're looking for something that's going to be complementary, like I said before, but we can be creative with this process. Now, once we identify the company that we're looking to partner with, we need to identify the individuals that are going to get us in that door. Now, in a lot of cases, we are a very technical-focused industry, so it's easy to go after the application engineers that work at these companies. We want to get that information. We want to provide them with the tools that they need. So we look at applications managers. But it's also a good idea to get in touch with the sales managers at these companies as well, because they're going to be the ones that are going to be pushing these solutions and handing us leads, and we can exchange that type of information. Once we get those contacts in place, the next thing we want to do is we want to implement the partnership by showing exactly what SolidCAM can do to benefit their company. And in exchange, we can use that as a jumping off point to identify what that company can do for SolidCAM. That way it's win-win for everybody. Now, we've all heard throughout this last 2 days that we are pushing the boundaries of what we can do with the software. And a lot of that is because these machine tool builders, because these tooling companies are coming up with more and more innovations that's pushing the industry forward, and SolidCAM is here to meet that. So one of the things that we want to get from our partnerships is the technical information on how to drive these machines, how to drive these specific tools, and we'll continue to build with them. And by showing these partners that we are willing to be at that forefront and push those boundaries means that we're going to be growing strong partnerships for years to come. And then the last thing, we're wanting to treat our partners almost as if they were customers. That means communicating with them, getting them the information they need training resource-wise if they're using our software. We want to keep in touch and make sure that the software is working well for them. If we're providing them with post-processors, how are those post-processors working? And making sure that they're able to use the software quickly and effectively. Now, some of the new projects that we want to move forward with throughout the end of this year and in 2025 is we want to make sure that the sign-up process for becoming a partner is as easy as possible. We want to make sure that as we bring on these partners, they're onboarded in a very quick and seamless manner. So that could be easy applications, and also building out the learning resources for what they need into a web portal. That way the information is at their fingertips quickly and effectively. This is also going to be getting started information, video, YouTube links. Also, the certification site. There's going to be more information about that later on, but it is a fantastic resource for getting people up to speed and qualifying their knowledge. So having those links that they can access is going to be paramount to their success. Now, another thing that we were talking about, especially when it comes to tooling providers, is we are looking to get our tooling providers implemented into the software. We've already seen that with Amugi Franken, as well as Kennametal, and a couple other tooling providers, where you can access their tool libraries directly from our toolkit. Now, we want to make sure that if additional tooling partners want to put their libraries in our software, they'll have those resources directly available to them on the website. That way they can start building out those libraries. Okay. Now, one example that I want to give is a partner that comes from our APAC region. Now, this is going to be a partnership with SYIC, Shenyang Industrial Co. And what they do is they are a premier tooling supplier doing holders, fixtures, and they are using they purchased the software through a reseller, HTM. And HTM is the one that was providing their technical support. Now, what's great about this partnership is that they initially purchased those 10 SolidCAM licenses, but SYIC is also being a recommender of the software and has influenced other companies to buy SolidCAM. And the reason that they're doing that is because they use SolidCAM with all these different options for tool holding, boring heads, collets, workpiece clamping, a line of angular heads, as well as other cutting tools and measuring tools. So here we've got a brief video. I'll show you a little bit of their tools in action. message from SYIC. So with this, why is SYIC a great partner for SolidCAM? Well, it's because we offer solutions from both sides. So for SYIC, they get SolidCAM's advanced features like eye machining. That way they can use our tools, our software tools, to enhance their machining efficiency. Now, SYIC's tooling designs implement high-pressure coolant systems, and that is a complement to SolidCAM's multi-axis machining. So because we have these powerful tools, we can actually get them to program their parts faster and more precise, as well as reducing tool wear with our eye machining and other features. So with HTM, they're able to support SYIC, and that gets SYIC the ability to stay ahead of the game when it comes to manufacturing their parts. Okay. Now, one of the nicest things that I heard when talking to the TC Goon about this is that SYIC is also bringing in other machine tool manufacturers and recommending that they go with SolidCAM. Now, these were manufacturers that in that region were, up until this point, promoting other softwares. But because of the partnership with SYIC through the reseller of HTM, we're actually able to start getting rid of those other CAM softwares and bringing in SolidCAM in their place. Another interesting partnership that we have is one that pushes the technical boundaries. So we were talking about using partnerships to expand upon what we're doing with the software. And so Ivan Simmer and the team in Slovakia been working on developing out with Ceratizit their free turn process. So this is a wildly innovative process. We'll go ahead and show the video for those who haven't seen it before. So you can see that Ceratizit free turn is a process that requires a high level of CAM support. And we're able to do that with our software package because we're working hand in hand with Ceratizit to develop out the processes that are needed. So as more and more machines are going to expand on the capability, because this can only be done on only a few machines so far, but we know that this is going to be the future of turning applications, and so we'll be ahead of the pack and supporting it from the beginning. Now, the next partnership that we have is with Titans of CNC. Thank you, Donnie. Now, this is a partnership that's not necessarily a machine tool builder, even though it did help open some doors with Tornos in the United States, kind of building upon the other relationships that were built with Tornos in the Latin America side, as well as in France with Hervé's team. Now, what's great about Titans of CNC is their reach within the industry. We see that they have a huge amount of followers that are watching all their videos, and that's great marketing for us. But what's really important about the relationship with Titans of CNC is the academy that they provide, the training resources. And by partnering with them, in this training resource, we now have the ability to gather the future machinists that are going through these programs. And as they're going through these programs, they're going to be seeing how easy SolidCAM is to use and using our software in the future. So here we see an event that we had earlier in the year. This was their Boombastic event, where we came in and showcased just how dedicated SolidCAM is to not only the Titans team, but to all their customers, prospects, and students. So this was a great event. We had probably 15 people from the SolidCAM US team, and made a huge showing that absolutely embarrassed the Mastercam setup that they tried to have there as well. So lots of happy faces in the SolidCAM booth, lots of sad faces in the Mastercam. So with that, we're going to go to a video provided by Payton himself. Emil, would you like to say some words about it?